Guys, Asher coming at you today, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Hopefully it finds you all doing well today. Send some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need it out there today. I'm wearing my son's favorite shirt, the Stay Positive. Get this mic out of here. The Stay Positive shirt, the dude in the shark with the thumbs up. Right, actually, I screenshot one of those cheesy, Instagram like quotes or whatever. I'm a sucker for them sometimes, though. I don't know why I screenshot it. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, go back and read it in 3 years and be like, oh yeah, that was good.
I feel smarter already.
Either way, I'm gonna share it with you guys. That's what I'm gonna do. No matter where you go or what you do, you live your entire life within the confines of your own head. Yeah, obvious, but true. It basically means that, we get to decide ultimately how we react to the stimuli around us every day. Meaning that, ultimately we're in control. We are in control. Hey guys, no easy trend. I'm like, how am I going to transition to the worst epics in the game from that? I don't know is the answer to that question, but here we go. It's the worst epics in Raid Shadow Legends, guys. Listen, Plarium, who am I kidding? They don't buff epics anymore, do they? When's the last time they buffed an epic? Well, listen, I'm of two minds here, right? Number one is there's a lot of bad Void Legendaries that they should absolutely prioritize, and to their credit, they really have been. They've gone in there, they touched up on Jingwan, and I don't know, a lot of other ones, right? Angar and stuff. You can argue that they didn't go far enough on some of these champions, but they have been touching Fortis, right? They have been at least touching and buffing Void Legendaries, because you don't want to open up a Void Shard and get, I don't know, Burgo the frickin' Augur. By the way, hopefully Burgo is buffed by the time this video goes live in a couple days from when I'm recording it.
Then what are you complaining about?
But I think that he's by far personally the worst Void legendary in the game. Like, he needs a buff so badly, in my opinion. If you disagree, who would you put as the worst Void legendary? I love how this video is all about epics. We're like 2 minutes, 3 minutes in. I haven't talked about one damn epic. Pretty much what you'd expect here from my channel, right?
What are we doing here? Wait, what?
Either way, we're here to talk about epics, so let's get to it here, guys. These are my list of 20 awful epics who I would never, listen, I was gonna say who I would love Plarium to buff, but who am I kidding? They're not gonna do it. So I would love to encourage you, especially new players out there, not to invest in any of these champions. Let me know if you feel I'm wrong about any of them, though. Let's start with one of the bears. I like the black bear. I don't like the white bear. Uran Ice Crusher. I like the Uran Ironhide. But Ice Crusher, man, I don't really like him. He looks kind of cool, like I wish he was good, but he's not. He's one of the Battle Pass champions from, like, I don't know, 2019. He's got a block active skills, a small chance if you want to waste 6 books on there. He's got an AoE decreased crit rate. Ooh, exciting. And that's it. So yeah, Uran Ice Crusher, he's gonna be there. Talking about voids, guys. Let's talk about voids. One of my least favorite voids in the game is Tolf the Maimed. Tolf the Maimed, he's an HP-based champion. He's got a decent amount of HP, super slow. What does he do? Okay, a 2-time hitter. Each hit heals this champion. Great, can't be critical. Okay. Another single target hitter with a chance of stun, okay. Oh, and that's it. Decrease the value of enemy shield buffs. What? He's a Void epic? He's a Void epic? Does no damage. Maybe you get a stun if you're lucky, and he has a non-critical heal ability. Oof, he might take the cake as the worst epic in the game. Oh God, he's awful. Gee whiz. All right. This dude, oh man, I used to flirt with the idea way back in the day of actually investing in Warden. I don't know why, but I remember back in the day, I'm like, this guy actually seems like he might be pretty good. There might be something more here. I don't know what I was thinking. Thank God I didn't. Look at the books. He has a weak version of Weaken. He's got an AoE, decreased attack, and maybe an increase, but the weak versions on a 4-turn cooldown? 7 levels, 6 books? Oh my God, dude. This guy's worse than I remember. The weak version of decreased attack on an AoE is not even 100% land rate? Oh Oh, an AoE reflect damage. Attack all enemies one time. Man, you know it's an old school champion when they say AoE one time. Oh, this video is already better than I thought it was. He's awful. And it scales. He's an attack-based, he's a defense-based champion, and it scales off of attack first. Dude, forget Tolf. Warden is the worst epic in the game. Holy mackerel. This is a kit. Oh, that's really bad. He looks kind of cool though. I mean, small shield, but kind of like an emo, I don't know, Kale or something. Anyway, that's Warden. Holy moly. All right, next up, guys. You forget how bad some of these champions are. Golly. You know, pay me minimum wage and I'll go in there and buff. I'll be a game designer for one day. Boom, boom, boom. 20 epic buffs. Voila, Plarium. You're welcome. Don't even pay me. Just watch the video and do it. This champion has bothered me for a long, long, long time, and I'm trying to buy time so I can find him. Bushy. Something about the name Bushy bothers me. Kind of like Harrier.
Don't you dare say that.
Maybe there's something against...
I just hate him.
Attack one enemy, damage increases each time the skill is used. Great, but it starts out with no damage and it ends out with no damage. Great. A single time a hitter, it's always critical, increased crit rate. Wait, if it's always critical, but he brings an increased crit rate. Awesome. Where's the rest of his kit? That's it? Bushy is garbage. Awful. Awful. Let's not move. Let's keep it going in the sacred order here, guys. And let's go to good old Relic Keeper, the first fusion that you go through on the Arbiter missions. Relic Keeper. I used to think this guy was actually halfway decent way back in 2019 when I started this channel. I actually remember I made a video. I'm like, this guy's not too bad. Oh man, we've come a long way. Crusade attacks at one enemy, grants an extra turn if the target's killed, and then he brings his own increased attack buff. That's it. Yeah, that's it. He has a continuous heal. He's very squishy, so he brings a continuous heal on his passive. Oh my god. I remember like watching him just kill one enemy at a time in like campaign. I used to be like, yeah, it's not that bad. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. And then it takes like 50 seconds and he clears the campaign. You're like, wow, look at him go, Relic Keeper. Yeah, that's awful, man. I can't believe that's his whole kit. Attack one enemy and then increase attack on a 4-turn cooldown. Wow. I mean, why do you even need an extra turn? I mean, yikes. Yikes, he's bad. All right, let's go into the trap champion that we always talk about here on the channel. It's none other than Yaga. Oh, I don't like Yaga at all because you get him for free, you get this dude, right? I've talked to him about this guy for years. Players, stay away, stay away. New players, if you're watching, you're going to get him and you're going to think, oh, he looks kind of cool. And he's all about the poison. I heard poison's good. Attack one enemy with poison, attack one enemy with poison, and attack one enemy. Damage increases on targets under poison. Problem is one poison and a tiny bit of damage on a squishy 95 speed champion that requires a ton of epic skill tomes is trash. Massive buff needed for Yaga, especially since he is a champion, again, who everybody gets in this game. He's a book trap. He's a skill tome trap for new players. Don't invest. Heck, if you really want a poisoner, go pick yourself, open a couple mystery shards, get yourselves an outlaw monk. Seriously. Attack one enemy, have a chance to have extra turn, places 2 poisons on the target on a 3-turn cooldown. Yeah, like arguably Outlaw Monk, a common or uncommon, is better than Yaga, especially when you consider the cost of upgrade. All right, let's go to Demon Spawn and Sion. I've always hated this dude too, man. I mean, he looks freaking cool though. I mean, God, I wish he was good. I really wish he was good. What does he do? Block active skill, small chance on the A1, attack one enemy with a block buffs and a heal reduction, single target, and then removes all debuffs from this champion, attacks all enemies, increase attack, increase crit damage on this turn for 1 turn after attacking. After attacking? That doesn't help us at all. After attacking. All right, 2 problems with this dude. Number 1 is it happens after the attack. Like what? And number 2 is his damage just isn't that good. There you go. He's also a daily login for like what? After like 800 days or something like that. I don't know. But he's not good. All right, Skinwalker time, guys. Oh, you OGs out there watching right now. You'll know about this dude. Where is he? Where is he? It's weird because you don't like look at these champions too much. You're like, where the heck are they? And I'll tell you what. Oh, there he is. Rain Beast. He used to be good once upon a time. Everybody wanted Rain Beast. And they went in there and they changed him, and now he really is awful, just really awful. Attacks one enemy 2 times, revives a random ally with full HP if the attack kills an enemy. Hey, that's the good news. He's got a built-in revive. Bad news is does no damage. Awesome, just what we all wanted.
I don't want that.
If an ally's attack plays a shield buff equal to 35% of this champion's max HP on that ally for 2 turns, occurs once per turn, will not place a shield on this champion. Okay, alrighty. So we got a conditional shield and a conditional revive on a dude who does no damage and brings nothing else to the table. Fantastic. Rain Beast, get out of here, man. All right, next, I have no pity on Rain Beast. You know who else I have no pity for, guys? Pitiless One. Well, I guess if you're pitiless, then there's no need for pity, is there? Pitiless One. I've seen this dude a million times, and I'm like, what does he do again when I was making this video? First of all, super squish, 771 defense and 94 speed. What are you, Cold Heart without any damage? Yes, that's exactly what he is. Critical turn meter fills, tiny eensy weensy. An AoE boost turn meter by 15%. Great, doesn't do a ton of damage. And each critical hit heals this champion and heals him while we're at it by 15% of the damage inflicted. All right, so Pitiless One doesn't deal a ton of damage at all. Pretty crapola multipliers, very squishy. And what do you get? You get an AoE with a little turn meter boost so you can get back to another soft-hitting AoE. That's what you get from Pitiless One. Next up is going to be Drake, guys. The Lizard Man Drake, man. Doesn't he have, like, good reviews? You got to be careful of these, man. You got to be careful of these reviews. Another grants the extra turn if the target is killed type mechanics on the A1 a la Relic Keeper. And then a single target, single target, 4-turn cooldown, whatever. He does have that's it. The decreased speed and the decreased accuracy is on all enemies if the attack is critical, but it's a 4-turn cooldown. I'm not excited about that. I don't know about you guys, but I am not a Drake fan. Although, way back in the day, though, kind of like Relic Keeper, I remember being like, oh, he's not that bad. Yeah, he's that bad. He's that bad. All right, let's talk about a champion that I really would love to see a buff to, because she is a Doom Tower normal champion, and she's the final champion that you get in Doom Tower normal secret room farming. It's Crack Arth, and boy, stay away from Crack Arth. Stay away from Crack. Just don't do it.
Where did that come from?
The A1, we get a single target removing a random debuff. On the A2, we get a revive on death on herself. Why would you want to revive her? She sucks. Seriously? Attack one enemy, place a revive on death on this champion. But she does no damage whatsoever. She's an HP-based, like, I was going to say tank, but she's kind of a big nothing. She does have a strengthen and a shield, which is not bad on a 4-turn cooldown. Increases the value of all shield buffs on all allies by 15%. How about like 200% for how bad she is? Honestly, the thing about Crack Arth is that makes her extra bad, guys, because you could argue, hey, Ash, come on now. A lot of beginners out there could really benefit from Strengthen and Shield. You're being too hard on Crack Arth. Something about her name. I don't know. It gets me every time. But the problem is it takes like 3 years to get her. I'm exaggerating a little bit. You get to farm. She's the last. She's like the 8th champion you get from Doom Tower, man. You're all set with the 4-turn Strengthen and a Shield by the time that you get her. At least take it down to a 3-turn, in my opinion. Make it revive on death on all allies or something, man. I mean, golly. It's a really, really, really bad kit. It's a dirty move to make the last champion of Doom Tower that bad. All right, let's keep it going here with a High Elf. Man, this guy's been around since the beginning of the entire game. It's funny, I said this guy's been around since the beginning of the game, and I'm like, hey, people might think I'm thinking of Fenicil. But he's not on the list. I don't like Fenicil, but at least he's bringing an increased defense and a heal on a 3-turn cooldown. How about Marksman? Oof. A very, very squishy 14k 892 champion. Hey, he's got speed in arena battles. God, if you're using him in the arena battle, I feel for you, excuse me. And I fear for you too. A poison for 2 turns if the attack is critical on the A1. Okay, 1 poison. Attack One enemy on impressive shot that's not impressive at all. But then on the Thorns, things get a little bit better here. Attacks 4 times at random. Each hit has a 35% chance to ignore defense. Now we're talking. The problem is the multipliers are so bad on this champion that even when he does ignore defense here, it's not that much damage. So you're getting basically a single target damage dealer. You know, he has some ally turn meter fill, which isn't that bad of a move. But, and I hate when they do this, when they give a 25% chance extra of landing a critical hit, but not on all abilities, you know? I mean, like, dude, give me Soulbound Boyer or something. At least she has it on every ability, does more damage, and brings a lot more to the table, and she's a rare. Marksman, man, I think they need another buff to Marksman. Didn't they buff him a couple years ago? I think they need to do it again. All right, let's go to Sacred Order here, guys, and talk a little bit about, oh, there's a lot of bad ones here, guys, aren't there? Holy moly. Man, it's funny because I started with 20 on this list, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of champions in contention. Honorable mention to Missionary. He's not on the list, but he could be. Honorable mention to Lady Atessa, even after her buff. You know, a two ally attack, and that's her whole kit. No, doesn't do it for me. Any other honorables here? Juliana, guys. Juliana, everybody used to want Juliana. Oh, I really need Juliana. Need this champion. Plays a poison debuff for 3 turns if the attack is critical. Wait, what are all these books?
What? I'm a reader.
Attack 1 enemy, removes all buffs from the target, and then places a burn for 3 turns. Man, back before Geomancer could do this and a billion quadrillion times more. Juliana was really the only option for epics in the entire game that brought both a burn and a poison, right? So there was something like special about that back in the day. Oh, you need Juliana. She's got the burn and the poison. But really now you're like, oh, a couple single target abilities on a 4-turn cooldown that's going to cost me 1,000,000 books to land 1 burn and remove their buffs? No, thank you. I hate, you can tell that I have a spot in me for these legacy champions that used to be kind of good and have just fallen way down, like Frostbringer 2. Of course she's on the list, guys. I've been mad about Frostbringer for a while now, guys. She looks so cool. I love the aesthetic on this champion, but she has no freeze, and it bothers me. Can you tell? She also has no damage. A 2-time at random with a chance of a heal reduction. Comparison, I don't know, like Cold Heart 4-time with 100% heal reduction on the A1. A 3-time at random with a decreased defense. Come on, Plarium. Just make it an AoE. It would take you 2 seconds, you know? Easiest buff of your life.
And with that in mind, Ron, are you paying attention? Nope.
She also has an increased speed and an increased attack. Well, that's not too bad, guys. Come on. On a 4-turn cooldown. Yeah, that's what I want in an epic. I want an increased speed on a 4-turn cooldown. No. Defense in dungeons isn't bad. The aura is not bad there. But Frostbringer, and she looks so cool. She has the whole frost motif going on in the background, but she has no freeze at all. Make this an AoE. Make it a decreased defense and a small percentage of freeze, or give her a freeze on the A1, and then reconcile the fact that she has no freeze, please, and then do something about that A1. Make it 100% heal reduction at the very least. I don't know. Man, she bothers me. Can you tell? We're not done here. Adriel, man, the Sacred Order. Look at all these epics they give us, and like half of them are awesome and half of them are absolute trash. There's no one in the middle, really. There's no one in the middle. It's feast or famine here. Adriel, what does she do? She has a decreased accuracy on a single target. She has heals all allies by 20% of their max HP with a reflect damage. And then an AoE decrease attack on a 5-turn cooldown. Dude. Magic ally speed in all battles? Oh, Adriel. She's awful. Man, she's going to be a top 5 needs a buff. That was tough to get through. Golly. Ooh, that's bad. All right. Man, I could stay there all day. Let's go to... man, there's a lot of bad barbarians, too. I was thinking of just a quick honorable here. I was thinking about putting Mave. I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask about Mave, but I actually thought that a stun for 2 turns or 1 turn even, in a decent amount of damage. I thought she wasn't quite as bad as some of the other ones. Let me give you an example here who actually is on the list. Lady Irish. Man, I really don't like her at all. Attack-based champion with no attack and no damage. That's a good start. 2-time hitter with a chance of weaken, like a way worse chance than Aethel, a starting champion in the game. Okay. An AoE on a 4-turn cooldown that you can book out for more damage that does no damage, that has a chance of an extra turn. Okay. And then increase attack and increase crit damage on all allies. No, only on this champion. Extra turn. What is her passive? Perfect Veil? Well, you need it because she's so squishy, but no damage, no multipliers, no base stats. I'm not a fan at all. Golly. Bring this down to a 3-turn cooldown. Put the weaken on the A2 instead of the A1. Now we're talking, you know, now we're talking there. All right, next up is going to be an Orc. It's going to be... I always forget which faction this dude is in because it feels like he should be, I don't know, a Skinwalker or Demon Spawn, but he's an Orc, and his name is Terror Beast. Terror Beast is an HP-based little doggy. He's got a attack 1 enemy, increase the cooldown of the target skills by 1 turn at random, okay? A 2-time at random reflect damage on all allies. Something about reflect, I'm just not a fan of reflect damage, obviously here, guys. We've cited it numerous times. Okay for Fire Knight situations, doesn't do much damage, and that's about it. A 2-time hitter on a 4-turn cooldown that heals this champion if the target's killed. We do get to stun, which isn't bad, but are you investing in a champion for a stun? You know, just for a single target stun? No, not on a 4-turn cooldown. That's it, Terror Beast. You get a 2-time at random reflect damage and a bunch of books. Yeah, it really bothers me that people are going to be booking out champions like this, guys. It really does. Let's go to good old Snorting Thug, the Skinwalker. Snorting Thug. Oh man, he's really bad. Where is the snorter? What's the snortster? Where the heck is he? Right in front of my face. Snorting Thug. All right, so what do? A 2-time hitter with a bunch of books that has a chance of stealing 1 random buff? Wow. Attack 1 enemy will ignore the target's defense if they have no active buffs. Steals 2 random buffs from the target. So Ruckus conditionally could potentially do a little bit of damage, but are you investing in a champion that you know you have to absolutely wish that 1 target has no buffs to get a decent amount of damage? That's it. That's his entire active kit. He does have a 50% chance of stealing a buff from the attacker when hit. Counterattacks the attacker if they have no active buffs. That's it. That's his whole kit, guys. A 2-time hitter. And then a 1-time hitter with a conditional chance of ignoring defense with no multipliers behind it. Ugh. All right, next up we have, no. I kind of do want to exit the game, but let's keep going here. We're almost at the end. I know some people like this guy. I've never freaking understood it. I'm just going to be real with you guys. It's Burgo the Malformed, okay? So he has a small chance of a provoke on a 4-turn cooldown on an AoE. No, that's not good. That's not good. Nowadays, especially in the game, they come out with champions like, I don't know, Skoramus, who has a AoE 100% provoke on a 3-turn cooldown. Oh, you don't want to use Skoramus because he's too new, too recent? How about, I don't know, Gnarlhorn, a rare champion with an AoE provoke on a 3-turn cooldown, 100% provoke. Burgo the Malformed has it on an AoE at what, a 60% chance on a 4-turn cooldown if booked? No. Whenever this champion is attacked, heals all allies except this champion by 20% of the damage received. Yeah, does it? He's no Vogoth. Does an itsy witsy amounts of healing, excuse me. Itsy witsy? How about itsy bitsy, Ash? This video's going off the rails. Man. One more champion to get through, although I will say, have I snubbed your least favorite epic champion? Because I've left a lot here on the table, haven't I? There's a lot of bad epics out there. How about Masked Fearmonger? He looks like such Jason vibes. I love it. I wish he was good. He was a Halloween champion, go figure. And I was excited for him. I was like, ooh, could he be the miscreated monster of 2020? But he wasn't. He was far, far, far from it. He does no damage to start things out for an attack-based champion. 13k HP. Wow. He's all about single targets with synergy between fear and true fear. Like, he'll ignore some defense on a 4-turn cooldown if they're under a fear or true fear with no damage, no multipliers, nothing. Single target damage that's not really damage. Mass Fearmonger's super cool. I really love the aesthetic. I love an epic who works all based off fear synergy or lack thereof in his case. I would love to see a buff to this champion because he could be, to me, he could be super cool, but he's not. He's far from it. So there you go, guys. Those are my least favorite 20 epics in the game. I really don't like any of them. Am I wrong on any of them, guys? Let me know who I left off the list and let me know who shouldn't be on the list. Thanks for watching until the end of the video. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.